How's it going, everybody? My name is Austin. I introduce myself in these videos because I'm just putting them out on the internet. I don't have anyone who follows me, so I'm just making these. I have a 1965 Ford Mustang that I got to pull the engine out of. My dad and I put this thing in when I was a kid. Probably 12 years ago. He's been gone about 10. And I drove it a little bit. I really never got to enjoy it because the valve cover gasket ended up going... intake manifold gasket ended up going bad, and it leaked coolant into the motor and it mixed with the oil, and I just need to pull it, make sure everything's okay, put it back in, and I'm going to try to build this car and take you along for the journey. But first I'm going to work on getting this motor out of the car.
No. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Oh, 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 searches of her mind to count your blessings, 'cause it's telling fair. They'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the ugly truth, how they coming for you. Yeah, yeah, no. Don't you think you're better off where the neighbors don't stare? Maybe you're wanted, looking good for the movie screens, living in make-believe, hoping your wishes get granted. I know you never giving up unless it's real. A slippery slope, it's not enough to please you. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Oh, 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 searches of her mind to count your blessings, 'cause it's telling fair. They'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the ugly truth, how they coming for you. Yeah, yeah, let's go. It's the missed opportunity train, it only comes on a very blue moon. Blink twice, and you missed it again. Waiting in line for the party to end. Guess you didn't get what they asked for. Not a genie in sight, that reality canceled. There's no
Okay, and my blurry, and I was able to get it out. This thing maybe has 500 miles on it, but it sat for years and years because my dad passed and I was only 14 and I didn't get to drive it and stuff. So you can see where everything's sort of leaking. Like, kind of gangster, huh? It says Roush. Oil pump. So I have an engine stand to get it on. Little. Check this out. This is kind of crazy. I can't. Let me grab a flashlight. Boom. Isn't that wild looking? It's like corroding super bad and looks like it's like weeping or leaking, so I gotta fix that. Put a new freeze plug in it, and everything else looks good. It's not leaking from the head to the block. Doesn't that look so cool? Inside the cylinders. Can you see in there? Sweet. Well, I'm gonna get the transmission torn apart, or torn off this, and hopefully on the engine stand tonight, before it gets too late. brakes. This clutch got hot. It doesn't have any miles on it. But I don't think it was set up properly at first. So it was slipping a little bit, I think. That's what it looks like here. Look at that. Here's the actual discs. Thing looks a little hot. Don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Did not really budget for a new clutch, however, I could figure it out. Almost there though. This engine hasn't been apart in 12 years. Kind of crazy. So, but it's sticking with me. So, on to the next part. I'm gonna take the flywheel off. I'm gonna take the flywheel off, get it set up. I'm gonna throw it on the engine stand, and then we'll see where that puts us. And I think I'm gonna call that a wrap for the night. The engine is out. I gotta order some parts. I already have a gasket kit, but I'm gonna order some bolts, things of that nature. The next time you will see me, we will be tearing this motor apart, seeing if it's healthy, seeing how it's looking, and then throwing it back in the car, and hopefully getting it running so we can actually do some driving stuff. Because that's what I want to do. I want to drive it. That's why I'm working on it. But for now, we're going to leave it at that. And don't forget, get out there and work on your vehicles. Bye.
The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea. Cannot take this